Hi guys. I wanted to put another video out today. Um, this is the channel where we watch those nut jobs so you don't have to. The lady's gone hot and heavy on the end of time's coming again. 13th of March. Just fair warning. Um, not many know it, but her 20 morons do. I didn't mean morons. I'll have to cut that out. Um, so anyways, the lady's said she was led to put a new video out about sins of parents. That's the problem with the kids nowadays, uh, including the blind and the handicapped. The sins of the parents is what's caused it all. If those parents would get right with her religion stuff, then well, I guess the kids would be not crippled or blind no more. Um, but I listened to her talk all that stuff. Then she says that ice, because once the end of the world starts, it's starting. ICE is the big finale. ICE deporting people. ICE is in 50 different countries, she said. The Jews are teaching ICE how to kidnap people. I did look that up. Usually I don't even waste my time looking too much up, but everything she says is so crazy. Uh, she says the kind of stuff Alex Jones used to say. Most of his stuff wound up being true, I guess, but it's a different situation. Um, she says the ICE deporting people is what's kicking off everything that's happening right now. So when it starts rolling, it's going to keep going downhill fast. Just so everybody knows, let's. I'm your inside guy. But assuming that you're not going to believe that, um, maybe the lady should be on there talking to people about how to take care of themselves more than how they're to blame for everything that's going on, or how maybe following the rules isn't exactly the end of the anti or the beginning of the antichrist. Oh Lord. But yeah, she was. It's been a couple weeks. I try not to even talk to my soon-to-be ex-wife. Thank goodness. Uh, on the phone or texts. It's just always rougher than it needs to be, I guess. Probably for me, not for her. But she, after all this, God's to blame for everything. I asked her one of our last conversations over there when I was starting to really get brought to the end of my limits. I said, "Tell me if somebody breaks in this house, who who do you think did it, God or Satan?" And she said, "If somebody breaks in this house, God done it." And I said, "Why would you say that?" And she said, "Well, because God is sovereign. My God is sovereign." And I said, "Well, okay. Then if somebody happens to break in and does something despicable to you, who would you blame for that?" And she said, "Well, that's God trying to tell me something." And I said, I hate to even repeat this part of it, but she also had two teenage daughters that was there. And I said, "Is that the same thing you would say if something happened to them? You wouldn't expect me to take care of it or anything?" And she said, "It would be my sins if something like that's despicable happened to her daughters." And I said, "Would you call the police and have them investigate it?" She said, "No. First, I would have to deal with myself between me and God." So, anyways, earlier today, I was sitting around. Actually, I've talked to 5 people about her today. Some of them, all of them, still. I mean, they're in shock. They thought she was coming out of the cult, but it makes it harder for everybody, I guess, when everybody loves her. But they said she called me and said, "Hey, do you got your 20-foot extension ladder, aluminum?" from the backyard? I said, nope. And she said, well, it's not here. And I said, well, maybe you can go buy a new one to replace it with. And she said, why are you so mean? So I didn't answer back. But I was thinking, if for some reason God would go over there in the middle of the night and steal my ladder, my 20-foot aluminum ladder, which are not easy to come by nowadays, they're not cheap. And it all happened to begin with because he busted out one of the windows. I mean, if the window's busted, he did it, right? If the ladder's missing, he did it, right? But it just seems like it goes on and on. I'll have to leave a comment later on this lady's channel. Apparently, some other people have been going to her channel telling her the same stuff that I'm thinking. I'm sure she thinks it's me, but it ain't. I don't have nothing to do with it. I've left one comment on her worshiping stuff since the beginning of time. But anyways, I just thought I'd reach out and drop another video and let everybody know things are going good. I got some more good news for another video later, I guess. I was running short on good news, but it seems like I got quite a bit of it here recently too. So I'll throw another one out later tonight. Thanks. Bye.